Hey guys, a huge shout out to Hydrogenates. I hope I spelled that correctly, but he does Fortnite content, and a lot of you guys are Fortnite players as far as I know, so you would definitely enjoy his video. Anyway, welcome to my video. So I guess we could talk about VALORANT eSports and why it's so damn important. Well, it's pretty important because most of the players that are going to be coming from, right now VALORANT is pretty small, right? But after esports comes in, it's going to be pretty huge. That's my first thought, to be honest. And sizing up, I want to size up the VALORANT esports scene so far, why VALORANT esports scene is so important, and what we're going to see in the future. So I have two articles to read over here. Okay, so sizing up esports scene so far. Now, just like other games, players can provide additional market value through streaming and content, just like me. Many have already built a fan base through Twitch and in other games, so that's one way Valorant grows, by, other streamers, not by self-promotion, but word to mouth, right? And, a lot of people, a lot of Overwatch players are quitting, like Sinatra, to play Valorant for, like, the best team in the world. However, I don't think Overwatch is really a good example, because Overwatch is kind of dying, except if like Overwatch 2 comes out. They could boost it a little, so I could definitely see their decision going to Valorant, because Valorant is a huge game that's going to be alive for 5 to 10 years. And then rather than immediately set up franchised or closed ecosystem like League of Legends, the Ignition Series format combines invited pro teams with qualified amateurs, which is pretty much awesome. Investing in the type of amateur ecosystem development is what gives esports longevity. So a lot of smaller esport teams will actually pop up, and there is no set event time which a competitive video game definitely becomes an esport. But I'm thinking the esports release date will probably be 2021, because they're already like having huge plans. They're just behind the scenes, you can't really talk about them. There's a lot of contracts going on. Even those who have been on the market for years are still played in tournaments today. Can't all claim to have a self-sustaining ecosystem that would endure if publishers and organizers pull the plug tomorrow. Valorant has its nuances, its first new IP from Riot Games since the company's inception. Definitely, Valorant is like a huge game. It wants to break in the market. It wants to beat CSGO. It wants to beat, any other game similar to CSGO. There's a few other games, but I guess like another game that's new would be Rogue Company, which will get completely destroyed, in the game against like a huge multi-million-dollar platform. Valorant uses the format and gameplay of Counter-Strike, but with class-based elements similar to Overwatch. That's why it will be really good and competitive. It will really make it watchable, you know what I mean? So it also makes like the legacy of Team Fortress 2 with a variety of characters and different playstyles. That's what makes it awesome. It gives like 4 games combined, and puts all the good factors into it. So one thing like Valorant really beats against CSGO is, for example, the league formats feel like drawn-on tournaments, right? So if we look over here, as long as the leagues do not stifle to smaller, promising young teams in a structured and healthy manner of the players, then I'm all for it. So even the smaller, amateur players will have a fair chance, actually. So far, Ignition Series event has been held largely by an esports team organization, including G2 Esports and Team Vitality. As the month progresses and the likelihood of live esports is determined, we'll see how esports large competition operators, ESL, Dreamhack, FaceIt, Blast, take on this new title. That's definitely gonna happen. ESL, Dreamhack, FaceIt, Blast. That's huge. That's huge. We just have to see quarantine end, right? After the quarantine ends, that's it. That's it for Valorant. These huge popping off scenes and huge tournament organizers will want money, right? I definitely think that's gonna happen, especially because Valorant is gonna grow over the years. Right now it's establishing itself in the market, really, so it's gonna take some time. While Overwatch is leaving, Valorant is really coming in, so I definitely think that's something really great. I think a lot of Overwatch players and a lot of players that are playing really good right now will not be that good later. However, like 10% will be top tier. Like Sinatra and others like Hiko will always be good. A lot of people are still playing the game like Counter-Strike in its fundamentals. Over time, that will definitely shift in other directions. If we look over here in the article, the question is how many of those players enjoy the direction. People will want new things, right? So the esports will definitely work raw skill to maintain their standing in the scene, but others simply might push them away. So CSGO is more like raw skill, while Valorant has a lot of other features, right? So release date for, you know, the big tournaments, I would say, is 2021 when the quarantine ends, and that's great. That's simply great. There's already a lot of pro teams coming in. There's huge drafts. There's huge contracts. You know, $150,000. If they offer you more than $150,000 for a contract to join a team, that's crazy. And that's definitely gonna happen for Valorant. Valorant is just not just gonna die off. It's gonna stay here for a while, and it's, you know, it's definitely something you should look into. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and this is Fatman, sign out. Peace, guys.